My name is Walter Jespersen. I'm a Canadian who was called to China and went there when I was 23 years of age. The first term was when China was engaged in the Sino-Japanese War. There were a lot of people that were very, very needy, who had lost everything in the war. I was out there at that point as a learner and has much to learn. I had to learn the language and then the customs and just a multitude of things. To live there and trust him was a great experience, and I value that very highly at this point. We face impossible situations, but God is the God of the impossible and helps us in the times of our very deep need. And the best is still ahead. Are you encouraged? Yeah, we need to be. We can't encourage others if we're not encouraged. This incident took place when I lived in the mountains, again, on the mountains of Tibet. A doctor and his wife had lived in this particular town in the mountains, and he did a good deal of medical work. He was very active and busy with people coming constantly for physical health. He and his wife had been in China now at this point for, I think it was about 9 or 10 years without a furlough. They needed one, and I came into the area just as they were getting ready to leave. And the way things worked out, it was wartime at that stage, and there weren't too many missionaries that were able to come into China. There was another couple there, and I lived with them, and they were well acquainted, but they also had been in China for many years without a furlough, and so after a few months they left, and who was left alone in that mountainous area? I was. And people kept coming, and I tried to do as much as I could. And the doctor left instructions behind, and also medical things behind. And one day, somebody came along, and a bomb had exploded in his hand, which he found. There were fingers hanging just by a bit of skin, and even his body had many wounds. And here he was on my doorstep, and I was so afraid that he would die on my hands. If that happened, I would be responsible. I was really, really frightened. I set to and did as much as I could, cutting away those things that were dangling and whatever, and then got the medication I had into the wounds and bandaged and so on, and I got things cleared up and bandaged up as well, and sent him on his way. And the amazing thing was, he did very well. Healing took place in a very, very remarkable way, and he had his wounds finally healed, and he was restored to real health, which was really an encouragement to me. And then, of course, other people noticed what had happened, and I had an influx of people who came for medical help, and at times I was really scared. but God did undertake. And the best is still ahead.